Dear learners, today we will see the topic from health education, that is concept of health. The objectives behind this topic is students should be understand the following: definition of physical health, mental health, social health and spiritual health, determinants of health, indicators of health, concept of disease and natural history of disease and the disease agents. Also, the concept of prevention of diseases. Under this topic, certain important definitions that students should know. Very first is of hygiene. So hygiene is derived from Greek word hygeia, means God of health, who looks the health of people. Personal hygiene is the term used for improvement of hygiene of individual or person, like care of skin, hair, teeth, eyes, ear, hands, feet and private parts. Health education can be defined as is educating public in general, individually, or in masses, communicating information given by experts on health aspects, diseases, drug abuse, etc., so that people lead healthy life in all dimensions of human health as covered by World Health Organization, that is WHO, in the interest of public welfare. Or same term can be defined as is the process that informs, motivates and helps the people to adopt and maintain healthy practices and lifestyles, advocates environmental changes if needed to facilitate this goal, conducts the professional training and research towards the same end. Other definitions are diseases. So disease is defined as definite morbid process having a characteristic trend or pattern of symptoms where it may affect the whole body or anybody, any body parts, where the cause, pathology and course of it may be known or unknown. Or disease can be defined as disease is a condition of body or some part or organ of the body in which its functions are disrupted or rearranged. Or the same term disease can be defined as any deviation from normal functioning or state of complete physical or mental well-being. Another term health can be defined by following ways. Health has been defined as in number of ways. For a layman, the term health means a person having in sound mind, in a sound body, in a sound family and in a sound environment. Or according to WHO, health is defined as health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, or not merely absence of disease or infirmity. Perfect health or positive health has a three component, that is physical health, mental health and spiritual health. Fourth one is a financial health is also very important. If it is poor, it affects the rest of the three components. Important factors for good health are as follows: supply of fresh air, light and water, balanced diet, shelter, clothing, hygiene, environmental sanitation, protection from communicable and non-communicable diseases, rest and relaxation according to your need, job satisfaction, good and simple habits. If any of the above factor is not available, then there is a chance of illness leading to the negative health. Aspects of health or components of health can be also known as dimensions of health. Very first is physical health. It is the perfect functioning of the body, that is a state in which every cell and every organ is functioning at optimum capacity and in a perfect harmony with the rest of body. The signs of physical health are good complexion, clear skin, bright eyes, lustrous hair with a body cloth with firm flesh, not too fat, sweet breath, sound sleep, smooth, easy coordinated body movements, good appetite, regular activity of bowel and bladder. All the organs of the body are on exceptional size and functions normally. All special senses are intact. The resting pulse rate, blood pressure, and exercise tolerance are at normal range for the individual age and sex. Very second is mental health. It is defined as the state of balance between the individual and surroundings with the self-confidence, self-control, and has a respect for others, or can be defined as a state of harmony between oneself and others, coexistence between the realities of the self and that of the other people and that of the environment. Factors leading to the mental health are heredity, example schizophrenia. Very second is physical health, sickness, disability affects the mental health. Third one is social factors, that are worries, anxiety, stress, tension, frustration, unhappy marriage, broken home, poverty, cruelty, all leads to mental illness. Very fourth is use of alcohol and other narcotics. Very fifth is insomnia, depression, disturbed state of mind, etc. Third is social health. It implies harmony and integration within the individual, between each individual and other member of society, and between individuals and the world in which they live. Or it can be again defined as quantity and quality of an individual's interpersonal ties and the extent of involvement with the community. Very fourth is spiritual health. It is the dimension of human health that connects the body physiology with mind as a link between physiology and psychology. Determinants of health. Various determinants of health are heredity, environment, that is internal environment and external environment, lifestyle, socio-economic conditions, and fifth one is health services. Heredity, the genetic makeup of an individual is unique and it can not be changed. A number of diseases are of genetic origin, example mental retardation, diabetes, hemophilia, etc. Very second is environment. Health of a person depends on the internal environment and external environment. In internal environment, it refers to the coordinated, harmonious functions of every component, that is system of our body, which is known as homeostasis in the body. Very second is external environment, which refers to all the things in the surroundings of the individual to which he is exposed. For example, air, water, climate, etc. Environment has a direct impact on the physical, mental, and social well-being of those living in it. After this, our next point is determinants of health. The third determinant is lifestyle. It is the way people live. It refers to the social values, attitudes, and activities of an individual. It is composed of cultural and behavioral patterns and lifelong personal habits like smoking, alcoholism, etc. Health requires healthy lifestyles. Many diseases are associated with lifestyles. Example, obesity, heart diseases, diabetes, etc. Fourth is socio-economic conditions. Health status is significantly determined by socio-economic levels, which are primarily determined by economic status, education, occupation, and political systems. Very fifth is health services. The term health services covers a wide spectrum of people, personal and community services for treatment of diseases, prevention of illness and promotion of health. The purposes of health services is to improve the health status of population. Example, immunization, general screening program for infectious disease, family planning programs. Very second is adequate supply of safe drinking water and proper sanitization. Our next point is indicators of health. So various indicators are there. Health indicators are the factors which gives information and are required to assess the health of community as well as to find out how far a gives a person is healthy. They are also required for a comparison of health between the community. By this, one get a health profile of the community. Many indicators are used to decide the health profile of the community. Very first is mortality indicators, that is a death rate. Mortality rate of children of any country is the direct indicator for measuring the development of country. High mortality indicator indicates that country is underdeveloped or under undeveloped, vice versa. Mortality rate in different age groups in community are observed. Example, infant mortality rate, child mortality rate indicator indicates the health status of that community. Very second is morbidity indicators, means disease rate. The morbidity rate is the number of cases of diseases found to occur in a stated number of population. The morbidity indicators are used to describe the ill health of those who are actually suffering from diseases, or included the statistical data showing unification of diseases and number of cases admitted in the hospitals. Very third is disability rates, between two extremities of mortality rate, morbidity rate, there persons who remain disabled for some time or lifelong, or recovery from diseases or illness. Disability rate are determined from the limitations of morbidity and limitation of activity. Fourth is healthcare services indicator. The availability of healthcare service in terms of doctor population ratio, population bed ratio population, health centers ratio are used as indicators of health. Not only the availability of these centers, but how the services of these centers are utilized in important efficiency of these services, measured in terms of immunization, coverage, bed occupancy ratio, etc., gives the indication of health status. Fifth is sanitization indicator. This term covers care of food, drink, disposal of excreta, and regulation of environment. The percentage of population with safe air, water, noise pollution are the indicators used to measure health status. Sixth indicator is socio-economic indicators. In this, measurement of socio-economic development in terms of population, growth rate, per capita income level, of unemployment literacy rate, etc., is indicative of socio-economic health problems of community. Similarly, social and mental health problems, example, suicide, violence, alcoholism, drug abuse, etc., in a given community gives the indication about social and mental health. The seventh is quality of life indicator. In this, health status can be measured by describes the qualities life of the individuals and whole community leads to define the quality of life is difficult. The physically the physically quality of life can be determined from infant mortality, life expectancy at age 1, and illiteracy. Our next point under the same topic is concept of disease. So disease means discomfort or disharmony with environment. Some of the definition of diseases are: disease is an abnormal state of body when some of organs of body is not functioning in normal way. Or ecologists define disease as an outcome of the disturbance of silicate between man and this environment. Third, as per doctor, it means signs and symptoms, and to a pathologist, it means one or more structural change. Health is not merely the absence of disease. Natural history of disease. So various natural histories are there. Very first is supernatural theory. The prehistoric or primitive man believed that disease was caused due to some supermen powers or bad spirits that inhabited animals, plants, water and air. Therefore, in this age, treatment of diseases was based on religion, magic and mantras. Through the science has advanced, though the science has advanced to a great extremities, but still people believe in magic and mantras and some diseases bare cured worshipping the Almighty God. Very second is germ theory. It was realized that disease is caused by microorganisms that enter in the body of the host and not due to evil spirits or bad or bacteria and germs at the sole care of diseases. Very third is theory of multiple causes. Disease is caused by multiple causes which include socio-economic, cultural, psychological and environment. For example, tuberculosis is caused by multiple reasons like poverty, malnutrition, poor hygiene, poor housing, overcrowding, etc. Disease agents. A disease is produced lay single agents or more than one agents independent or in combination with each other. The various disease agents are as follows. Biological agents. There are the living agents which include bacterial, fungal, parasites and viruses etc. Their agents are found in man, animal, insects, soil and environment. Very second is physical agents. Exposure to excessive heat and cold, pressure, radiations, humidity and excessive heat, cold, pressure, radiations, humidity and electricity etc. may leads to illness. Very third is chemical agents. Under these exogenic agents are there, that is agents which are present outside the human body like dust, fumes, gases, mills, outside agents etc. Endogenic agents are, that is agents which are produced inside the body as a result of metabolic changes like urea leads to uremia, uric acid leads to gout and ketones leads to ketosis. Very fourth is mechanical agents. Accidental exposure to chronic friction and other mechanical forces may lead to frictions and other mechanical forces may leads to injuries, crushing, tearing, fracture, dislocation or death. Very fifth is nutritional agents. These includes carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals and water. An excess or deficiency of these agents may lead to nutritional diseases like obesity, anemia, goiter, kwashiorkor, night blindness, scurvy, etc. About above from these other factors which are responsible for diseases include occupational habits, lifestyle, physical, biological and social environment etc. Concept of prevention of diseases. Prevention is better than cure. According to this saying, suitable preventive measures must be taken for occupancy and spread of diseases. Prevention of diseases is done three levels, which includes primary prevention, secondary prevention, and third is tertiary prevention. In primary prevention, it is the action taken prior to the onset of disease, which removes the possibility of even occurrence of disease. The action taken factors can be studied under two headings. That is, taken factors can be studied under two headings. First, health promotion measures and specific protective measures. Very first is health promotion measures. These includes maintenance of healthy environment, maintenance of personal hygiene, eating of adequate balanced diet, provision of safe water supply, provision of proper disposal of human excreta and domestic wastage, provision of well-managed sewer system, isolation of infected persons, immunization, maintenance of health and clean sex life, motivation of people to avoid the use of tobacco, alcohol and drugs. Very second is specific protective measures. Specific measures are taken against these diseases like tuberculosis, pertussis, tetanus, measles, etc. can be prevented. Immunization at proper age and time, since children are more susceptible to these diseases. They are vaccinated so as to get immunity. Rickettsia and scurvy can be prevented by giving vitamin D and vitamin C. Industrial accidents can be prevented by using protective devices like goggles, gloves, allergens, etc. Primary prevention is less expensive, safe, and more effective. Nature has given some defense mechanism in our body which will prevent the entry of diseases. The defense mechanism includes WBC, skin, hair, eyelids, eyelashes, and tears, etc. The secondary prevention is defined as the action which halts the progress of disease at its initial stage and prevents complications. Nowadays, a number of vaccines have been developed to prevent various diseases, but we do not have vaccines for preventing all types of diseases. For diseases like cancer, diabetes, epilepsy, leprosy, syphilis, cases, early diagnosis and treatments, the only solution, earlier diagnosis, will help the physician is preventing the diseases. Secondary prevention is more expensive and less effective than primary preventions. Tertiary prevention, third, is primary prevention fails. If primary prevention fails, the person gets disease. The early diagnosis, proper treatment helps the patient for early recovery, but in certain cases it can't be. Disease is not hindered. Stages under such conditions of diseases is various complications which properly may in permanent disability may cause a permanent disability or death of patient, may result in the permanent disability or death of patient. The aim of tertiary prevention is the patient complications and permanent disability in the patient, or include disability prevention and rehabilitate of patient. Permanent disability can be prevented by immunizing the infants against polio, tuberculosis, etc. Disability due to industries accident can be prevented by wearing goggles, gloves, hoods, etc. Adequate treatment and physiotherapy alone can reduce the duration of disability. Likewise, rehabilitation of handicapped persons is done by medical, social, educational and vocational measures. The measures of these preventions are health promotion, specific protection, early diagnosis and treatment, disability limitations, and fifth one is rehabilitations. Methods of health education. Health education can be imparted by following methods. First, methods or group teaching. Lectures by taking lectures, film and charts, radio, TV, flashcards, cinema slides, group discussions, panel discussions, workshops, demonstrations, symposiums. Very second is methods of education of general public. Can be done by posters, health magazines, press, films, radio and TVs, health exhibitions, health museums, through Katta Varta, Prabhat Feris, and dramas, etc. Role of pharmacist in community. Health promotion, disease prevention is a joint effort of medical, paramedical and non-medical fraternity. Pharmacist is also one of the important health professional. Very first role, the pharmacist should not only sell medicine but also explain its effects, side effects, drug infections, dose not taken by patient. Second, pharmacist can play important role in the control and prevention of communicable disease like TB, STDs and AIDS. Very third, he can direct the patient to proper medical care facilities and can get involved in public education in the control of chronic diseases like hypertension, asthma. The community pharmacist can encourage the people to acquire good living habits like quitting, spitting, smoking, alcoholism, to increase the consumption of nutrients and low cholesterol diet, to increase the physical activity. Very fourth is pharmacists can participate in community health education by providing information of maternal and child health care, family planning, narration, environment and health. Area of which pharmacist in public health in community health. So where he can work. Very first, one by one, drug and nutrition counselor, proper use of prescribed or OTC drug, family planning, pregnancy and infant care, immunization, sexually transmitted diseases, control of toxic agents, occupational health and safety, control of accidental injury, burning injury, reduction of moisture of alcohol and drug, improved nutrition, environmental protection, programs and weight control, poisoning and cancer signals, and fluoridation of community water supplies.